Today we'll be installing the RacerX Toyota GR Corolla short shifter. Really nice kit. RacerX makes really nice stuff. Got that. Got the hardware down below. So we'll get it on there. We'll see how much of a difference it makes. I don't know the percentage of how much it's supposed to do it, but if it's anything like their other products, it'll be pretty good. So let's get started. So I'm just gonna do a comparison of, this is with the stock, just to show you running through the gears, you know, roundabout where we are, so we can compare it to once we put everything together. We'll see if it really made, you know, a big difference. But that's how it is with its stock. So the first thing you want to do is these little push pins, push clips. There's 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna pop those right up, and we'll get this tray off. We're gonna need to get under there. So let's pop those up. All right, so the next step we're gonna do is we are going to take this off right here for the map sensor. Take that off. We need to take this off right here. Mine's underneath. Also, this needs to come off, but I'm gonna wait till I get that off. So what I like to do, because I like my stuff to go back exactly how it came off, I'm gonna go ahead and put me a couple pieces of tape across this so it holds it on there for me. And then, like I said, back underneath there, mine's on the, I don't know if other people's is on the top, but mine is definitely underneath it. So it's a 10 millimeter. Let's go ahead and loosen that up. Like I said, I like mine to go on back where it goes, so that should be enough. Doesn't have a lot of pressure. And then that comes out. Now we're gonna flip this, and there's little clips in there that we gotta push to get that. All right, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. I had to adjust my camera, but I'm gonna put this little pick down here, and you gotta push these tabs, and then it'll come out. You see it? Gotta push the tabs, and then it'll come out of that right there. You see it. So all right, the next thing you're gonna do, I have the big mouth kit, so that's why this looks a little different. If you have the stock air inlet that comes from just right here, see, I have the big mouth, so I have 2 of them. All you're gonna do is you're gonna pop these clips right here. You're gonna pop those 2 out right there. That's all you're gonna do, and then this can come out. But because I have the big mouth, I'm gonna have to, there's 2 screws on each side of here. So I'm gonna have to unscrew that to get mine out. You won't have to do this with your stock one. This pulls it closer to this. So it's just 2 little screws. Hopefully this screwdriver, there we go. I was gonna say hopefully it fits because close to that air box. Yeah, so you won't have to do this on your stock one, like I said, but if you have the big mouth, you definitely have to do it. See, and then what happens is this picks up, and we can slide it right out. But hold on one second, let me use my other hand here. I don't want to drop these screws down there. Let me try and get these out before I drop them. That'll be my luck. Got one. This one's not out enough. There we go. See if I can get this. You drop these down there, you'll be searching that tray for hours. All right, so then on mine, like I said, this comes and it just hooks into the bottom down here too. So it might be a little rough getting out. There you go. See, mine hooks into there and there. So that's all you got to do to get that out. Also, you're gonna pull this line right here. This line's gonna come off of here. All right, hopefully yours comes off easier than mine. Mine's on there. There we go. You're gonna pull that. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this line. We already hooked it from here. We'll just remove this, get this out of our way. If you noticed also, I left the air filter in. Left it in there for a reason. I didn't want anything falling down in there while I was working with it. So that's why it's in there still. You do what you want. You can take it out, whatever. I just didn't want nothing falling in there. So now once you get this out, you can just pull up on this, okay? Unhook this sensor right here. That's good. A little push clip. My hands are a little sore. It's cold here in Florida today. There we go. Now, to get this clip right here, there's a little clip on there. Look underneath it. All you gotta do, take you some needle nose, push down and pull it. Boom. And that's out of the way. All right, so the next step, if yours is stock, right here and right here, you're gonna have two 10 millimeters. This bracket's gotta come off. We gotta get underneath here. Mine's got the big mouth, like I said. So with the big mouth, it comes with the Allen head right there that you had to put this on. But other than that, the other one's a 10. So we'll go ahead and take those off now. This one's a 10 millimeter. All right. And then you got the Allen that comes with the big mouth kit. And there it is. So everything's off, everything. We got a clear range of here, where to work. Right here's where we were. We're taking this off right here to put the little short shifter linkage on, right in this area. That's where we'll be working. First things first is, let's take this off right here. This is where we're gonna be working. Remember, if you watch my other build, this was really tight when I put it on, so it's gonna be pain getting it off. But there it is, it's off. Let's get the washer off of there. We'll pick this up, put it out of the way. Let's take the bushing and we'll take the spacer off. We got this part. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put one of the spacers. We're gonna put the washer, the bearing on here. And what we'll do is we'll turn this sideways so we can see what we're doing. That. Then it goes washer. Then it goes spacer. Then it goes lock nut. Then it goes, or lock washer, and now the nut. We'll tighten this all down later though. But that's how it's gonna be on there like that. What we're gonna do, these two are 12 millimeters, this is the counterweight. We're gonna take that off. The factory put some kind of cylinder in it, so it is kind of tough to get off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this, so I don't have to try and fight it. It has some kind of sealant on it. I don't know if it's Loctite or what, but it's something. Now we can use the tool, just so I don't have to fight it. Trying to do it the other way, you're going to be fighting the movement of the arm, which I'm not trying to do. This makes it 100 times easier. And once you get them loose, we can drop that counterweight. As you can see, there's something in there. Position is how we need it. Remember, this bolt down here is not tight. I wasn't sure if I should tighten it first, but I can always tighten it later. So you want to position it like this, under here, over this. That's how you want to position it. So we're going to put this on here, just like that. Get the supplied bolts right here, which are Allen head of 6 millimeter, and we'll go ahead and lightly tighten these onto here. All right, that step is good. Lightly tighten them. We're gonna go ahead and give them just a little turn, just a little bit. There it is. There it is. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the counterweight back on, which is right here. These bolts, these are the supplied bolts that came with it. They're a little longer than stock. Slide them through, and you can go ahead and start screwing this counterweight back on with the 12 millimeter, same as the factory. Oops, don't want to do that. Get these on, and I'll hit it with that other thing. little impact gun because it does want to fight you the whole time when you're tightening it. And then same thing with the 6mm Allens. Let's go ahead and tighten those as good as we can for right now. This 10mm under here, I never tightened it. I wanted to make sure everything went together. So now I'll just use this little wrench, little gear wrench, and I'll make sure it's tight now. And that's that. All right, so everything's tight. I cranked it down with that little impact so it wasn't turning on me. I did them both. Nut underneath tight. If you can't get a wrench in there, you may just have to get it back. It's just kind of a pain. You have to hold everything on there to tighten it down to make sure that there's no play in it. Because the first time I did it, the washer wasn't exactly right, so it was moving up and down. So that's why I did it on here. But you can do it. You just got to flip it sideways, just make sure everything's lined up. But everything's here, and we'll get everything else back together. All right, so to get it back together, we're going to do everything like we did to take it apart, just in reverse. So we're going to start with the Allen. Like I said, if yours is factory, it'll be the 10mm, just like the other bolt. Mine has the big mouth on it, so we'll just get these started. Same thing with the 10mm. We'll get it started. That way it's all lined up, good to go. And then we'll tighten that part down. $10mm tight. Here's a stock. Once again, it'd be a 10mm, but mine has big mouth, so it has this Allen key or Allen head. Have the box. We can go ahead and get that snapped in to where that goes. That one goes there. This one goes there. All right, now don't forget you have this that plugs in here. We'll go ahead and plug that in, then the little clip that snaps in the side right there. Now, because I have the big mouth, this can go back in here where it came from. This can go back in here. If you had the stock one, you wouldn't have to worry about this. Yours would just slide right onto here. So with mine, I have to maneuver a couple more things. Not a big deal. Everything's there. Mine has these two screws that are a real big pain to get them lined up, but as you see, it's not too crazy. These screwed in. All right, get these nice and tight, how they're supposed to be. They don't need to be crazy. Then we can line these little push pins up, stick those in where they go. They kind of go at an angle right here, and then that part's done. That's done. Get the fingerprints off of it. Now we take our hose, get this back where it goes. This back over here. Make sure it's on good. All right, there's that. Now we can take this cover, put this back on. Make sure you line your little tabs up with this. Remember, I put the tape there just so my my hose clamp didn't go anywhere different. I like it to be in the same spot. So then we add a couple cranks. All right, that's that. Now we can go ahead and get this in place first. Close this, and now look, we can go ahead and plug this in, and then we can put this back where it came from, right there. All right, last step, put this cover back on, cowl, whatever you want to call it. You gotta get this, you just sit it in place. Remember, you got the 7 push clips here. So I like to get these first few started here, and it'll line it right up for you. And the last one's right here. Make sure you go and hit that like, subscribe, follow button. Appreciate it.
All right, so here's the difference. It's a really big difference of how far I have to move it now. I mean, it's barely anything compared to what it was before. It's a big difference. Like I said, we'll drive it though. We'll see how it feels, but so far without starting anything, it's a pretty big difference of not having to move it as far.